No matter how cold, no matter how hot, no matter how dark, no matter how dangerous, I will keep going. I will keep pushing through. There is something inside of us, a strange desire, burning us alive, a desire to go forward, a desire to go outward. That feeling is what kept me walking for hours and days on end. The dwindling light of my lantern caught in constant movement, following the diligent rhythm of my footsteps. And then I started to feel it, slowly, running behind me. Time, always ticking. Once is enough to start hearing it everywhere. Every sound, no matter how different, is just an echo of that first tune. Only then do you realize that it was all about time. Time is everywhere. Time is everything. Outward's main quest is far from being the focus of the game. Objectively, the game's plot is merely a subsidiary framework which serves as an excuse for the player to then draw the painting of his own unique experience. The story, written by both feeling and play, as well as the impetuous decisions you will be bound to make, are of far more crucial importance than any of the written quests you will be able to take on in the world of Ori. Assuredly, this particular game design left me with a baggage of life for myself to intimately work out. An impact that would forever influence the way in which I would come to play the game. Indeed, in Outward, actions and decisions you take can have unforeseen consequences, in life just as in its gameplay. When the game originally came out in 2019, I had heard of it through a friend. I bought the game on his advice solely. I did not care for what the internet had to say about it. I then created my very first character, never expecting how far it would lead me. If you have already played the game, you know how it goes. You wake up as a shipwreck survivor and learn in the first minutes of the game that you have a debt to pay in order to keep your house. You are then forced to gather some loot and go venture outward. Today in most RPGs, you are fully equipped with minimaps, quest markers, fast travel. But in Outward, you have nothing. And so, I got lost immediately. In Outward, difficulty starts as soon as you set your first foot outside. So I got knocked down. A lot. Eventually, winter came along. So I slept in the snow, hunting down pearl buds and slowly learning my way around the map. The map felt huge, as I spent hours running around it. After a long amount of time, winter came to an end. I had obtained a full set of blue sand armor, and I decided to go venture in other regions. Since in most RPGs, I like to play as a paladin, I chose the sun as my sign and ganged up with the holy mission of Elad. I worked my way up the ranks and slowly did the main quest by traveling through all the regions that were available at the time. And then, finally, I reached the Battle for Moonsu quest. This last step of the quest is almost the same no matter your faction choice. Almost. Because you see, at the time, I was still deeply embedded in the classical RPG mindset. I was the hero. Thus, role-playing as a paladin as I used to do, I had made that one choice.
So, essentially, you need to use a giant source of mana to kill me, and I just have to survive it.
I can guide you through the process, but only you can transcend your own mortal flesh. Fear not, I have planned for this danger. I ask you to be a human barrier to contain the corruption that the ascension will unleash. I cannot force you to give your lives, so I ask that you give them willingly.
I will gladly give my life to prevent a second scourge. I have no doubt that most of us are willing.
If you do this, know that you will perish. To commit to this task will end your life, one way or another. You are certain you choose to willingly give up your life. You are committed now. Join the circle and brace yourself.
I had won. I had done it. But I just realized what I had done. My character was now doomed, affected by the exalted debuff, which increases my damage, but also reduces my health by 90% on the last stage. An incurable illness, which would make my next death permanent on the last stage. I had chosen the only option that allowed a character to really die at the time. Hardcore mode did not exist yet. I was overwhelmed by a weird feeling. Something I had never felt before. Fear. Fear of losing all my progression. Fear of the unknown. Fear of something I had never anticipated. So I made a decision. I was not going to let this character die for nothing. So then, I began a race against time, a race to leave something behind. I had done it. The legacy chests were filled with the proof of my first journey. My character was now at the last stage of the exalted illness. Another feeling overwhelmed me. Emptiness. There was no point in playing with this character anymore. And yet, I could not leave. I had to play. Till the end. So I put on some winter clothes and slowly walked up Conflux Mountain. I stayed there, on the top, waiting for the sun to rise. And there, I almost felt it. I almost felt the heat of the sun. But I just stayed there, looking at the horizon. And then, the time came. Time to face the end.
You're still here, I see. I'm proud of what you've accomplished, you know? You've left behind quite an impressive legacy. I will remain here if you wish for more company. Take the time you need.
Hello, thank you all for watching this video. This project took quite some time to make, and I only had the courage to make it because my last project got far more attention than expected. So thank you all for this. If you like this content, do not hesitate to like and subscribe. If you don't like, it's okay. Just put a dislike if you want. But thank you all again. And more content is on the way depending on how well this video does. So thank you. Bye.